The body is a very simple instrument. If you misuse it, you have no other place to live. As far as I know, when I sat in those classrooms and people talking all this biology and chemistry, it insulted me and I couldn't say anything, and so I started researching and found out that our ancestors are the people who started the science of nutrition, how to put food together. And I'm going to teach you something today, because I take this very personally. I take the death of 500 million black people very personally. I think the spoon in the hand of an ignorant person is a deadly weapon. I think that we are leaving our lives in the hands of a bunch of clowns like McDonald's and Burger King, and we got to take control of our lives for ourselves and our health, just like our ancestors did. We are a family people. The whole structure of Africa is built on the technology of the family. That's what our technology is about. That's what made our civilization powerful. That's what made our nutrition powerful, the technology of a family. And so we look at nutrients in a family. We don't separate the family. I take this very personally. Now, I put together a basic breakfast. I did not mention that the milk has been pasteurized, which means it's been boiled, and therefore it starts getting bacteria quicker because it has nothing in to protect it. And it's been homogenized, which means that all the cells are the same size, which creates something called xanthine oxidase, some long-term meaning that it creates something that can destroy your heart. That's what this homogenized, pasteurized, white junk does. It's white slime. In order for you to get the full nutritional worth out of milk, you have to eat it just like the cow does. If you feed a baby calf homogenized, pasteurized milk, it will die in 7 days. Don't you?
So you say, I don't know what to eat. I mean, okay, you say, I can't do all that research, you know. So you say, I'll just look at those pictures. They got pictures all over with hieroglyphics, paintings of what their ancestors ate. And you won't see any white sugar. You won't see any bleached white flour. You won't see a glass of milk. You won't see any salt, because your ancestors said, well, if you can't read this stuff, I'm going to paint it on the wall what we ate. So we know we're not eating our diet. When you off your culture, you off your diet. When you off your diet, you off your culture. You can't have one without the other. So we have to say, why are we having all of these diseases at a higher rate than any other race in America? Why do we have the highest diabetes rate? Why is this? Why do we have the highest high blood pressure rate? Why are we going blind at the highest rate of any other racial group? What's going on here? You say, well, maybe it has something to do with junk food. But all those things about melanin really don't mean too much if you're just sitting there eating the way you've been eating since I was here last time. Because it gets kind of like frustrating, because you're getting into all of these diseases. You know you're dying, your friends are dying, this one's got heart problems, this one has arthritis, this one has prostate disease. And so you have around you examples of what would have happened to you if you keep eating the way you're eating. We're in a crisis here. That crisis is black men are becoming infertile, prostate disease. You pick up the paper, there's always somebody with it. Sidney Poitier, you name them. Minister Farrakhan. It's just a long list. So you know it's something amok here. Something's going on here. 50% of the black women have fibroid tumors, and 1/3 of the couples are infertile. Something is going on here. So I don't know what it takes to have a wake-up call. All I know is that when we came over here from Africa, we were 90% cavity-free. And most of you don't even have all your teeth, which is pitiful. So we have to go back and look at what we were doing before all of this happened. So it's important that we understand melanin, because melanin is how we define what a race is. But it's also important that we understand that everyone else plays a cultural game when they come here to America. They do that. If the Asians come here, they open up an Asian market. They can't eat unless they see Korea on the plate or China on the plate. If the Irish come over here, if the Italians come over here, they say, I want Italian food. I have to see Italy on the plate. So everybody's attaching food to culture. Everybody. The Chinese have a Chinese market. They eat their Chinese food. They say, I have to see China on this plate or I can't eat. So you say, I don't know what to eat. I mean, okay, you say, I can't do all that research, you know. So you say, I'll just look at those pictures. They got pictures all over with hieroglyphics, paintings of what their ancestors ate. You won't see any white sugar. You won't see any bleached white flour. You won't see a glass of milk. You won't see any salt. Because your ancestors said, well, if you can't read this stuff, I'm going to paint it on the wall, what we ate. So we know we're not eating our diet. When you off your culture, you off your diet. When you off your diet, you off your culture. You can't have one without the other. So we have to say, why are we having all of these diseases at a higher rate than any other race in America? Why do we have the highest diabetes rate? Why is this? Why do we have the highest high blood pressure rate? Why are we going blind at the highest rate of any other racial group? What's going on here? You say, well, maybe it has something to do with junk food. Just maybe. We don't know for sure. I'm just taking you down this trail. Just say, you don't know, I don't know, so let's make an investigation. It took a lot of science to build some pyramids. It wasn't just art, it was science. So let's just be scientific like our ancestors. Say, okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to cook an unborn chicken and I'm going to eat a chicken fetus, which you call an egg. Then I'm going to get 4 slices of a pig's ass, which you call bacon. Now you're eating pig's ass and a dead chicken fetus for breakfast. But all this makes sense to you. All of this makes sense. Now you say, well, I got to fry this stuff. I mean, really, you know, I got to fry this bacon. I got to fry these eggs. I got to fry this stuff. So you're getting down to some basic little fundamental research. You say, well, if I fry it and if I have some hash browns and the potatoes are made out of water, and I learned in school that water and oil don't mix, so what happens when you mix water with oil and put it in your body? The body says, well, I'm either going to digest the oil or I'm going to digest the water, but I'm not going to do both of them. So the body heats up, tries to break down this oil, which it cannot break down because the oil was made at a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and your body temperature is only at 98.6. So your body can't break down the oil, so it just gums up your cells, make them stick together. You know, then you get a false sense of energy from eating this hash browns, the chicken, if you're eating chicken. I'm calling it chicken, but you like to call it an egg. Let's just be real. It's a dead fetus of an unborn chicken. So you're eating unborn children, using your body as a cemetery, wondering what's going on. So you say, well, maybe my ancestors ate this stuff. So you look around and you look at the pictures, say, no, I don't see any pictures with this. A glass of milk. Now we got to heat up the milk because you don't want bacteria in it. So you heat it up over 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it becomes white plastic pus. So you got a glass of pus, 4 slices of a pig ass, a dead chicken fetus, some potatoes mixed with oil, and a glass of orange juice, cooked orange juice, which turns the sugar into orange juice, white sugar, which causes diabetes. Now, you eat all of this stuff together, which doesn't go together, but we was shown a picture in school with all of these foods together, and they told it was the food chart. We saw the eggs with the milk and the orange juice. You remember that picture? Oh, yes. You know who promoted that picture? The dairy company. They said, let us put the picture in the school. So we know that this picture is framed in your mind. You have been nutritionally miseducated. So now we're struggling to get away from this way of eating. So, well, what can I eat? I don't know what to eat. My master taught me to eat this in the morning. Now you're taking away this. What can I eat? So you say, well, let me be scientific and look around and see what nature has other animals eating in the morning. And we notice that animals don't eat heavy in the morning. Not a bird, not a monkey. They don't eat heavy in the morning. Not at all. When they eat heavy, it's around lunchtime, which means you should be eating your dinner at lunchtime because it gives you the whole day to process it. That should be your heaviest meal, lunch, not dinner. So you say, well, wait a minute. It's more to this than just that. I have a craving for this stuff. I am addicted to this food. I'm totally addicted to this food. And what has caused me to be addicted to this food is the food's ability to destroy melanin. That's how drugs work. If it doesn't work on the melanin, it is not a drug at all, according to Eli Lilly. So we're talking about we into their culture and we into their diet, and we offer our diet. So we're out of their mind. We're eating from their mind, and we're out of our mind. That's a problem. So we got this melanin, and we know that everything is working to destroy it. The cocaine, the nicotine, the caffeine, the white sugar, the bleached white flour, the salt, everything is working to destroy the melanin. That's how drugs work. But we got to empower ourselves some kind of way to take this a little bit serious here. You don't want to go out the way you're going out. You weren't born with all of these diseases, born losing your teeth, dandruff, funky feet, skin breaking out, 1/3 a week, which comes out of your behind as a senior citizen. No. You weren't born this way, but you're trashing your body. And somebody's got to tell you you're trashing your body. You should just try to eat proper, if it's not for the melanin, for the children's sake. What other investment do you have? But let's go back to this. If it's white, it's right. Because we think our teeth are white when they're yellow. So we get toothpaste to try to bleach our teeth white when bones are yellow. Anyone who takes anatomy knows that. So this thing is really